Hey, and welcome to another episode of Back from the Future, Tweak My Turbo, where we'll be discussing motor industry news. And today we're going to be talking about a guy called Anthony Loke, who is basically the voice behind Gaskings, the very popular YouTube motoring channel. And so, without further ado, we'll just get Zelda over here to give us the lowdown on what the situation with Anthony Loke and Gaskings.
Anthony Loke, aged 33, has been sentenced for 5 years along with his partner in crime Ray King, who was sentenced for 3 years. Anthony set up a business whereby he would get pensioners to cash in the pensions early. Anthony took half their money and instead of investing it, he decided to spend that money on lavish holidays, gambling and fast cars. Some of the cars he bought were an Aston Martin, Porsche 911 and a Mercedes B180, among others. Anthony was most well known for his YouTube channel Gaskings, which he created in May 2014. Gaskings has nearly racked up 190 million views and over 690,000 subscribers at the time of making this video.
I mean, this video is not to slag off or Anthony Loke himself. We're just reporting the news as we've read it. The irony is that it's taken him 4 years to build his channel from 0 to 690,000 subscribers. I don't think it would. I mean, this year alone, I think he would, if he hadn't got into the trouble that he's got into. I can see his channel easily surpassing 1 million subscribers. From 5 years from now, where could he have been? And that's the thing. He's spent 4 years building the channel, and he's going to be away for 5 years. But that's 2.5 years day and night, if I'm not mistaken. So he'll be away for 2.5 years. Unless he can get out earlier than that. And the other problem is that our major brand's going to want to associate himself in the short term. Maybe in the long term he can sort himself out, but in the short term I don't think he's going to run into issues, because a channel like that will attract advertisers. But the fact that he's been involved in this scandal, are they likely to pull their advertising from him? I think so. His subscriber rate won't go down, but at first, but it won't grow. Like I said, I doubt if this year alone he will exceed 1 million. But if he hadn't been gone to prison, he probably would have exceeded that mark. Where would he have been in 5 years had he not gone to prison? Who knows? But I could easily see it going 2, 3, maybe 4 million even. And that's a crying shame, because in the respects that if he hadn't got involved in what he'd done, that money that he swindled out those pensioners, he would have made that through the channel. And it just goes to show, I mean, Anthony himself put a lot of time and work into his channel. He's got a lot of criticism from the other YouTubers and the community itself, in the respects that he's taken footage that other people have made and compiled it into a video himself. The whole thing about it is YouTube look at it as fair use policy, and if they've looked at it as fair use policy and they haven't given them a copyright strike, that's between Anthony and YouTube. Despite what we might feel that he's stolen other people's work or taken other people's work, then reworked it into his own video. So he's got a lot of flack for that. On the other hand, he's managed to use other people's footage to basically expand his channel. So, you know, it's fallen into a bit of a grey area. YouTube don't have a problem with it. Other people don't know how the hell he's got away with it, because as soon as they take someone else's footage and do exactly the same as what he's done, they get a copyright strike. So it seems that, was there a rule for one rule for him and one rule for others? Is it because maybe, I don't know, that he was an expanding channel that was bringing in revenue for YouTube, that they let it slide? We don't know. Long and short, that channel is at a tipping point at the moment, and it's going to be interesting to see how the next 2.5 years pans out while Anthony Locke is in prison. That's about wraps it up for today's show. Please join us on the next episode of Back from the Future. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and join us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And guys and girls, I'll see you in the future if there is one.